Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we are going to be using what's it called? Black Magic from CJP. Now 3 of these nails are just going to be plain black magic. So I've kind of sped this up because I'm just doing exactly the same thing on each nail. I love black magic. It slides on like an absolute dream. If you are ever petrified about using black, this is totally the black you need to use. Although it is a strength powder, I don't use it as a strength powder. I will come along and I will cap these nails. What I did find though is I've done it 2 different ways. One where I've just used it as strength powder and I haven't capped it. And then in this design, I did actually come along and cap it. And I'm not sure I like when I cap it. I don't know, it doesn't make it quite as intense black. So if I was doing this on a person, I would just build it up. I wouldn't actually cap over the top. Like I say, it is a strength powder, so it can just be used on its own. And I would totally do that. Just because I don't want it to change any of that colour. And as you can see from the paper towel next to me, you need to clean your brush a lot. Which, you know, isn't a bad thing, but make sure you're doing, you know, if you were doing white and black, do all your white first before you pick up black, because you will end up with grey. No matter how well you clean your brush, you will still end up with some kind of, yeah, it would not be good. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with Lauren, which is a Glitterbels pre-mixed glitter. And it's nice because it's that kind of like dark, it's a nice dark grey, like a steel grey, which I thought would go perfect with this because it'll give it some bling, but it's not too bright because obviously I don't want that. This is my Gothic rose design. Okay, so I do in fact come along a bit later and I just add a little bit extra on top just because the coverage was a little bit sheer in some places and I didn't want that. So I do add an extra one in there. And then we are going to move on to the water decal. I'm using the Queen of Decals water decal. I haven't had a single one of these that has actually played ball and done what I want it to do. First off, we're going to come in, I'm just going to cap these nails. I'm just going to cap a couple for you to see. But I don't know what it is with these decals, but they just, I mean, I buy cheap ones from eBay and they give me no trouble whatsoever. These are expensive decals. Like normally they are £5 a set. And I have never been able to make a set out of them because they are so flimsy. And what also annoys me, the colour actually runs. And you'll see in a minute when we get round to it that when I dab the water off, the edges, it bleeds. The colour runs off the edges. So the edges always look frayed or tatty, which is really, really irritating when it's round the cuticle. The other thing that annoys me is these decals have got like a red line round the outside of them. So you have to cut round that to make sure that doesn't go on the nail either. They don't just stick to the nail. I don't care what anybody says. They don't just stick to the nail. You do need to put base coat on for them to stick. And you have got to be so ridiculously careful. It's not even funny because they will tear and chunks will come out. And I know some people say, oh, well, you know, the base coat, it damages the decal. I'm going, yeah, but how is it a cheap one from eBay doesn't do that and is still a beautiful design, but yet those ones do? I mean, for the first time ever, it actually came off the backing, which normally when I've used them, I can't even get the damn things off. In fact, I've got a set coming up after this one where I'm using decals, which are cheap ones from eBay, and you'll see I have zero problems. They just go on. It really, really bugs me. I even sent a video, well, one of my videos to the Queen of Decals saying, can you just watch it? What am I doing wrong? Because you're giving me instructions, but it's still not working. They'd, you know, and I don't understand how I've used every other decal. No matter where I buy it from, I don't have any problems, but these ones I do. And it really irritates me because they're really nice decals. They really are nice, but they're pointless if they don't work properly and if they're more hassle than they're worth. Yeah, there you go. That is my rant in preparation for what is about to come. Originally, I was saying to my husband, I was like, oh God, I was like, I'm just having a bit of a fail week because the design you're going to see next didn't quite go according to plan. And he's like, yeah, but you just didn't like part of it and you just changed it. It's like, that's not a fail. It was still a really nice design at the end. I was like, yeah, okay. It's like, you know, same with this design. It's still a really nice design. It's not my fault the decal isn't as good as I want it to be. He's like, that's not a fail either. My third fail was my own nails, which again, it wasn't a fail. They're a nice set. It just didn't. Yeah. Things just kind of set up on me a little bit too quick, but I'm going to wait and you can see that in another video. There you go. I put some base coat on, and as you can see, that did already have base coat on it. I've just put another layer on because there's the one that was horrible, and I've just got rid of it because it that one didn't work at all. Because originally I thought, do you know what, I'll just stick it to the nail. You know, because that's what they're supposed to do. You're not supposed to need to put base coat on, but it didn't at all, not even slightly. So that is currently curing in the lamp whilst that one's in. So here you go. Look, when I turn it over, take off the water, lift it up. There you go. There. See what I mean? It's bled on the kitchen towel. Now, I didn't use my clear jelly stamper. And the reason being is it's never worked for these. Sorry, bit of finger removal there. I do apologise because I didn't warn it in advance. And yeah, so she says, you know, don't use your fingers. It should be a really light touch. And, you know, it almost looks like there's like a plastic film, but it's not one of those like peel off plastic films. And I did try to take it off, but it wasn't a separate one. It was actually part of the decal. But then it leaves like this. See, look, I'm just using my silicone tool like I normally do just to get the lumps and bumps out. But it just didn't, and it really bugged me. And like I say, it frayed around the edges because of where it bled. And I don't know why it does that, because it shouldn't do that. It's a water decal. It's supposed to be able to go in water. Oh, deep breaths, Shona, deep breaths. I don't understand. I mean, thankfully, I didn't pay full price for these. I got them half price. But I still spent about 25 quid on decals, thinking they were the most amazing epic decals, because people have gone, oh my God, she's just amazing. And they're shite. Now, it may well be that people have had more success than me on these. Absolutely fine. If somebody wants to fill me in and tell me how to use the damn things, I am totally up for constructive criticism. You know, anybody that's just going to come on and say, oh, well, you know, you shouldn't say that. It should be, you know, positive reviews and things like that. I don't do that. You see it how it is. Anybody who's watched me long enough knows you get what you get with me. I will show you the good, the bad, the ugly, the fantastic. You know, I cannot seem to use these decals properly. And I'm all for constructive criticism on how I can improve on that. I mean, maybe there is some bloody film on it that is supposed to come off first, but I literally cannot get that off. I just wasn't happy with these. Anyway, we'll move past that because we are going to top coat them, and I'm going to top coat them in shiny. I know normally I go matte black. I do love matte black, but not for this design. I decided to go shiny just because, you know, I know everybody likes shiny. So here we go. We're going to do the top coat part. I am going to stop moaning and complaining about these decals. I really hope you've enjoyed this design. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.